The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
It's The Local Show with Tom and Steve. Boy, you gotta be happy just throwing a party because you found this on the radio dial.
Yeah, well, it is the last bastion of talk radio, Tom.
Of quality talk radio.
Quality.
So you have to, put the adjective in front of it.
Okay, there's cruddy talk radio.
That's right.
I had the AM signal coming down from Watertown, and I heard some overnight guy.
You had the what signal?
The AM signal on my
the
radio.
AM, okay.
And it had skipped from somewhere. And
yes.
The guy was a loony. He was, I don't know.
A lot of nuts.
Yeah, he's
out
like, I'll start till midnight. Well, good thing, because nobody's listening during the day.
Right. Oh, I hear you. Well, hey, look, lots of stuff going on in the good weather, and one of the things you want to do when the weather gets good is check your trusts and your wills and
there we go.
All that stuff.
That's what the weather reminds me.
I don't know that there's any correlation, but I thought
Zero.
it sounded good.
There is always time to check your trust.
Yeah.
There's a lawyer in the room. Guess we should talk to him.
I wanted to tell you guys, I did make it over to Greenies finally.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went over there. I played Pebble Beach.
You did not.
Yeah, I shot a 68.
And then you went on the fifth hole.
Nobody believes me. I get the feeling none of you guys believe me. No, I was really impressed with the place. And
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
a nice
about
place.
You went and had a
John
beer.
going over. I did. I had a couple of beers.
Yeah.
And some the food was fantastic.
That's really
But, you
cool.
know,
Well, he's a restaurateur.
Absolutely,
In his prior
yeah.
life, yeah.
So there's how many things are there,
4.
John? There's 4 of them. All of them were filled. And,
Yeah.
and with some surprisingly young people that go there.
Do they call them things?
So I can't remember. What is it called? What's the actual word
I
I'm
would
looking
call it
for?
teas or.
I think thingies, or
Yeah.
whatchamacallits.
Thanks, John. You're
They're
really
booths,
helpful.
if you will, right? They're
Booths,
screens,
yes.
yeah.
That's right, a booth. All right. So aside from attorney,
Not like those booths you used to go to in your youth back in the city town.
well, let's not bring that up again. The statute of limitations hasn't worn out. Attorney John Murphy, he's great at golf, but also a fantastic lawyer. And you take care of people who might be questioning what are they going to do with their assets as they age. Are they going to have it all taken away by the state, by the old folks' home, or what's going to happen?
Yeah, most of our clients, Tom, are worried about long-term care costs. They see it out there. I think in their heart they understand there's a risk, but they kind of maybe talk themselves out of it. It's not going to happen to me.
Right.
Statistically, we know that 2 out of 3 seniors will need long-term care at some point in their life. And, it's getting more and more because so many of us, I'm at that age now, right? I turned 65. 3 out of my 4 children have left New York State. They're never going to return home, right? So a lot of people have lost that familial support system, right? And so, people say, I'm never leaving my home. Sometimes it's not safe for you to be in the home. And as a society, as a structure, we just say we can't let you live there if you could hurt yourself.
Right.
So we help folks protect their stuff, their house, other assets from long-term care, and still be in control. So I had a conversation today just before I came over here with clients. We just done their trust. What should we put in the trust? What shouldn't we put in the trust? And they're fortunate. They have a large retirement account at their usage, and then they have a retirement account, an account that's not retirement. I suggested putting the whole thing in the trust because as that account produces income and dividends, they can take that out of the trust, what we call income. So let's just throw a number out there. It's $500,000 a year. It's getting 5%. That's $25,000 in income that they can take every year. Plus, they'll have required distributions from their IRAs.
But the base is 100% safe.
Base is 100%
So
right.
either them going to long-term care or something happens, that's untouchable.
Yep. And people say, well, I want to have access to it. And I say, what for? And I say, I don't know. So part of it is this fear, right? So as I explained to them, if you wanted to take that money and you decide it's time to buy a place in Florida, as the trustee of your own irrevocable trust, you can write a check from the trust and the trust can purchase that property. And the trust says you have the right to live there. So you have total access to it. They said, well, we like to travel. That's what we've decided to do in our retirement. If we want to take money from our trust to travel, can we do that? I said, yeah, but there's an extra step, okay? And that's what protects it. This is what protects it. It's not to be a pain in the neck, right? If the trust said you can take money out and spend it on anything you want to, Medicaid and the nursing home are going to say pay the nursing home.
Right.
But the trust says I can give money to my kids. They can't take it. I can give money to my children, and then they can go pay for that trip.
Okay.
I see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Do
technically,
the kids have to pay income tax on that?
No. So a lot of people worry about gift taxes and income tax. Do not worry about those things. Okay. Number one, anytime there's a gift, it is the giver of the gift who pays the tax, not the receiver. And the giver of the gift owes no tax unless they have cumulatively over their lifetime given away $16 million.
Tom, have you given $16 million away to your
Just a
kids?
big sigh of
I'm
relief
thinking
there
I'm-
from Tom. $16 million, right?
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Where
I'm just
get,
under.
Yeah, where people get confused. Let's say I have 4 kids, right? I gave each of my kids $100,000. I would tell Uncle Sam, hey, I gave away $400,000. Please deduct it from my $16 million. The $16 million is called a lifetime exemption. Okay, and now you know next time I give away money, I still have $15,600,000 I can give away.
But-
so I don't have to pay tax on it because it's in that lifetime exemption.
Wait, but Medicaid, if you give money to kids, cares.
Very different rule for Medicaid.
Okay, so explain
Medicaid
that.
is the evil stepsister, right? So, but I want to get back. So where people get confused is there's an amount of money IRS says don't even tell us about it. It's $19,000. I can give $19,000 to as many different people as I want to and not even tell the IRS. Now, Medicaid, on the other hand, presumes that you gave away money to qualify for Medicaid. So this thing called a 5-year look back, which is why it's important that you plan early when you're healthy, right?
Right.
So if I gave away that $400,000 this year to my children, and now I'm in a nursing home 4 years from now, let's say, and I apply for Medicaid benefits, I'm going to be ineligible for roughly 30 months based on the amount of money I gave away.
I see.
Okay. So, but what if I gave it away 6 years ago? Well, the IRS didn't care when I did it.
Yeah.
Medicaid can't care because it's more than 5 years ago. Now, take that to your home, which in central New York has accumulated an increase in value way more than most of us ever would have thought of in such a short time with a micron influence, right? Let's get that protected now because you know what? Your home has never been worth more, but it's probably not ever going to be worth less in the future than it is today, right? Because it's still going to go up. Right. Let's get that protected.
Is there any time that a trust is not the answer, or is a trust always the answer as opposed to just a will?
I would say there are certain folks that I think a trust is financially not appropriate.
Like a low home value.
Low home value.
High, what if they had a low home value and high debt? So when it's all washed out, there's not a lot there.
Yeah, well, you can still protect the home from creditors.
Okay.
Right? Someone's they're going into a nursing home now. We're probably not going to do a trust. We're going to do other types of planning. But in general, I think if you have a home, a trust is a great way to go because it keeps it out of probate. There are things called beneficiary deeds, but they don't protect your home from long-term care. You can give a deed to the kids, but now you've lost control. We just had somebody that it was going great. Now the kid, there's been a falling out, and they want the home back, and the kid's saying no.
No, jeez.
So, which is what a trust is very valuable for.
Irrevocable trust is revocable.
In New York State, yes, it is.
Okay, so you protect it with that. So explain that briefly.
Okay, the Bill Clinton rule of trust, yes. New York State says as long as your beneficiaries, let's just assume it's the children, right? As long as your beneficiaries agree with you, you may revoke your irrevocable trust.
Okay.
And if they don't agree, there's a special power we have in our trust that say you can disinherit the children who don't agree with you.
So do what I say or we'll see you later.
Yeah, as you know, at the workshop, what do we call that? The don't mess with me clause.
Don't mess with me clause. That's right. So if you've been thinking about this, take action. You can go to Safe Harbor Wills and Trust. You can ask a question. You can make an appointment or call the 370-9977 phone number and check out John Murphy, Safe Harbor Wills and Trust. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.